poppin' YouTube, you know what I'm saying? That just probably raised your IQ by at least 5 points, but you know, a little Mozart sound. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to arrange a beat so that it like has different sections and it flows, but also so you don't overdo it and leave room for the rapper. And by the way, this is a beat that I made actually in the airport, but that's why it's called Concorde, because I looked at the airplane and I was like, I guess that's the name of the beat. Yeah, I'll show you guys all the different patterns, which I obviously didn't use all of these at the same time, because that's exactly the point of this video, is like you want it to be horizontally complex instead of vertically. So right now I have it like vertically complex, which means everything is going to be playing at once, which obviously it's not meant to be, but that's just to show the point. So this is what it sounds like. You see there's a lot going on, but I'll break it down pattern by pattern. So this is the first pattern. There is a lot going on in there, so I decided to put grow speed on it just to slow it down and make it more atmospheric, which is definitely a good tool to use, since on the hooks or any part of the beat that drops, you kind of want it to be less complicated. So I pitched it up an octave so it still remains the same pitch, and I put grow speed on it, which this is what it sounds like. So it makes it really atmospheric, which is really nice. So the next thing that I have is a bass, and I'll play it with the chords. And the next thing I added was this synth. And another version of the synth pitched up. So this synth was basically just meant to sit in the background, just something that it can add more atmosphere to the hook. The next is the 808, pretty simple. And the drums are actually very simple. And the last thing I added was this kind of like pluck sound. So now let me show you guys what the arrangement looks like, and this is it. And I'll break it down basically how I managed to make all those different layers kind of flow together. So first I start with just the regular pattern. And then I brought the 808 in for the second part of the intro. And then I have a riser here, as you heard. Basically, the 808 is just to give it like the second part of the intro more like rhythm. And next, I put the halftime section, or the gross beat. So really like slow it down, just because you want it to be kind of more atmospheric for the hook, so it has more room for the rapper. That's the biggest problem, is like people don't leave enough room for their rapper. And the other thing is I added the synth, the second melodic layer. So in the context of the whole beat, this kind of synth layer is very hidden in there, but you kind of want stuff like that, so when people like keep listening to it, they can kind of discover new things. And this is especially for people who are like on some gas. Like if you're on some gas, like you'll definitely notice that the first time, or if you actually like music or have good headphones. But and then pretty much the rest of it is like I put all the drums in there because you want the hook to hit the hardest, and then the verse take away a lot of stuff. So that's what I did. The verse section is over here. This is the verse is right here. And for the verse, first thing I took out was the 808 and added the. So I took out the 808, added bass and a clap. And it's just kind of like riding, you know, I took out the gross speed, it's still the same melody. And over here, it's like this layer is actually my favorite part of the beat. This is what it sounds like. It's just like a pluck sample that I showed reversed, and I added a lot of reverb and stuff on it, and I actually put the gross speed back up so it's like atmospheric, but then that hits. And see, the 808 doesn't come in until the second part of the hook, so you kind of want to like experiment. Honestly, anything you do will work. You just kind of want to make it flow. Like, take out the drums, cut it in half. Like I could take out the hi-hats and bring it back in. Like I took out the clap over here, and then the synth comes back in, like the high synth. So after that pluck, that reverse sound, I added this other pluck. And that's something that only comes in on this part of the verse. It's just kind of like, it only comes in like 2 times throughout the whole beat. That's the beauty of it. It's like, it's so rare that like when someone hears it, they'll kind of miss it, and it could be someone's favorite part of the beat actually. Like I mean, that's the stuff you kind of want to add, is like just simple stuff in the background that like a lot of people might not hear the first time. And then the second part is like the reverse plug comes back in, and I take out the 808 and the synth come back in. Riser over here, and then just hook. Gross beat comes back on, you know, more atmospheric, very full, you know, very full. The drums are hitting again, 808 and kick, which is very important. Like you want the kick and the 808 to always be present in your hook if it's that kind of beat, because like that adds the most energy, and that's what people kind of gravitate towards when they hear a hook, is like that rhythm. And then after that, it's like the second verse, which is kind of the same, and you know, the same hook, and then outro. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole arrangement that I did. And I think the really cool part about it is like the more layers you add, the more you can change up the beat, and like just put like different stuff in the background, like make a reverb and turn the volumes down on a lot of patterns, just so it's like kind of like subtle. You don't want anything to like change dramatically. Yeah, remember that taking away things is also very crucial. And like if you take out your drums in your verse section, that's going to be very important to bring the energy down. You can bring out the 808 and then put a synth bass in. So that's just kind of some of my tips on how to arrange. Yeah, if you like this video, please comment down below what other videos you want to see from me in the future, and also subscribe. And also go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at inquires. Once I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, I am going to be dropping a free melody kit for you guys, so please go follow me on there.